Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason with Delivery Monster in Richmond, Virginia. Just wanted to bring you a video today about the Walmart pickups. In this video, I've got 3 pickups from one order. You see here, you pull up to the Walmart, you got the pickup area. So you're going to go to the reserved spots. This is going to be close to the side of the building that has the pickup sign outside, the big old pickup sign you probably saw as I was pulling in the parking lot. What you're going to do is you're just going to find an empty spot, one that's marked with a number, has pickup on it. You want to take a look and pay attention to what number you're at. So take your number. In here in the app, it's going to tell you to put that number in. So you're going to check in, and then you're going to put in your space number. This particular one, I think I was in like 17 or something. So you put that in, and then it's just basically going to prompt you to let you know that you're just going to sit and wait until the um, orders come to you. And so just sit tight, hang out. Then they'll bring that stuff out, and you can load it up, scan it. We'll show you that in just a second. All right, and here we have our pickup associate from Walmart. Here he's going to ask you for your driver code. You're going to give him the driver code that's in that message. It's been sitting there waiting for you. I've got 3 orders here. Open up this box, get it prepared. Looks like they got a few things here, some smaller items, but a couple bigger things. Now, you're going to have to scan each one of these. It might be confusing. You might not have noticed which one you're supposed to scan first. When you hit that continue button, it'll just ask you to start scanning. So if it's not the right one, it's not the right one. It's going to tell you that it's not the right one. You see here, we're basically doing trial and error because I don't remember who was the first person I would have scanned. So I'm scanning barcodes until it tells me it's the right one. Um, and yeah, so I try to pay more attention which ones are which. But here we're going to sit here and scan the next ones. I apologize about the camera angle. This is one of those POV cameras. It's pretty nice. I was testing it out on this one. And as you see, it's got decent quality. There's not a whole lot to it. I have it on the magnet, kind of stuck to my jacket, so there's not a whole lot of position changing and everything. I will say, he's coming back here because he forgot to scan one of the items. But yeah, the camera's pretty decent. Doing a voiceover here because the audio's not that great. I got one of the cheaper ones, I guess you could say. Just kind of testing things out and seeing how things go with it. So far, it's pretty neat. But sorry, we've got all of our deliveries here. Got them loading up, secured. Get my phone back on the mount, plugged back in, get the bike started up, and we'll start heading to this first drop off. And basically that's what we got. So let's move on. There's a couple things here that you'll notice that I'll point out that are just things that you see, whether you're on a car or you're on a bike. It's all the same in how these deliveries kind of work. But you'll see what we have coming up here. Like not everybody has all the information, or maybe the information's there and you're just not seeing it. Sometimes it is just easier if the customer maybe put a little more instruction where their units are when you get to an apartment. So, yeah, we're going to do a bit of a zigzagging through some parking lots here because this is a very busy area. If you're from this area, you know that this Short Pup Walmart is this whole section is a bit of a mess. Um, so I'm going to go through the parking lot here, going to go around, and then I'm going to go across to the Lowe's, and you'll see that this guy's not paying attention. You'll see that I forgot that there's only one way through that parking lot to get to where I wanted to go. And but anyway, we're gonna get to this first stop, and yeah, let's get it going. All right, so we made all the dumb moves that we needed to do to get through the little holdups and everything, going through the parking lots and whatnot. Back on the street, um, the guy that passed me just as I was pulling out, you notice that you get some looks when you've got a massive box on the back of your bike. Um, but you got to be creative. You got to do something fun. Um, be able to take these deliveries the way that you can. Um, Having that big box is what helps me be able to do things like take multiple orders, take larger orders, like you see with this Walmart order. Those tubs aren't that big, but having that box definitely helps, especially when you have a couple other orders. And especially when you're talking about things like pizza, you don't want to just strap that down to the back of your bike, with some bungee cords or a ratchet strap or something. You're going to destroy that pizza. You're going to destroy that box, and it's not going to do well for your tips. So that's something that you really should probably think about. Another thing is, of course, drinks. Those are two things I'm going to continuously talk about. Throughout this channel, through multiple videos and everything else is, with things like pizza and drinks are, the pizza boxes, and then of course drinks. You go to some places like the boba teas, um, they'll have their drinks completely sealed. So, not that you want to just be able to throw it anywhere, but at least that doesn't have a spill factor. But you also think about cases of beer that you might pick up, bottles of wine. Um, you go to places like McDonald's, they put their drinks inside of a special holder that's inside of the bag that's all sealed. But Wendy's, Burger King, a lot of these other places that you go to that you're going to get a fountain drink. It's just your standard top. They might give you a drink carrier. They may not. So that's something you might want to think about getting is having some form of drink carrier. This little recycled paper type that you can get them from McDonald's. Um, Jimmy John's actually has really nice ones. They carry little carriers for 2 drinks, and it's the type that the McDonald's would put inside their bags. So those are really good because you can fold them up and set them aside and, not take up any space. Then you can unfold them and use them for, for drinks inside of your top case or whatever box or however you are able to transport it. But, think about coffee. You're gonna go to Starbucks, you're gonna pick up food from there, but you're also gonna pick up Starbucks, coffees from there, and they're not necessarily sealed. They put the little things, little sticks and stuff inside there, but you're still gonna have to worry about, is it gonna spill? So pay attention to your lane. Always think about your cargo, the fact that you do have cargo. So you just keep that in mind when you're riding through. Try to stay upright as much as possible. You're going to lean. You're on a bike, but don't make it excessive. You want to get there as quickly as possible, but at the same time, think about if you were the one receiving this order. Would you want to receive an order that was super quick, but all of your product is damaged, or do you want to say that you've got a decent product still? Your food showed up, that your drink is not spilled. Yeah, just those are just some things to think about. So here we're coming up to our first delivery, and let's see what we got here. Yeah, okay, this is one of those ones that I was talking about. Um, this is a combination of, I wish there was more information, and I wish I would just slow down and pay a little bit more attention. Um, so these all have the individual numbers. It's not, one address and then unit numbers. And the way that these particular units are laid out is really awkward because they don't go in sequence. One building is all even, the other side, the buildings are all odd. Um, and like I said, they don't really go in numerical order, even the even odds. However, I was so focused on whether or not I was even at the right building. Um, that I kind of missed it. So you want to make sure that you've grabbed the right package. If you've got multiple packages, you've got multiple orders. Make sure you are grabbing the right one. You don't want to deliver the wrong thing. In this particular case, in these Walmart orders, the pharmacy orders are the same way. Some of the other like carrier pickups, GoPuff deliveries, those they're uh, barcodes scanning based. So you're gonna scan the barcode. If it's not the right barcode, then it's gonna tell you, hey, you don't have the right package here. Um, so you'll have the right one. At this point, you can see that I've basically walked around this entire building only to find out that I've walked past this door and looked at it more than once. So these particular ones in this order, and these three orders, they're all drop off. Type is leave at door. So as you saw, you find the right one, you scan the right thing, you scan the barcode, set it down, take a picture, complete your delivery, jump on your bike, and head on to the next one. So that's what we're doing here. We got our first delivery of that 3 of Walmart pickup done, and we're back on the road heading on to drop off number 2. right, we're approaching our second delivery here. I just want to show this was in February, so we've got some dirt and all that kind of stuff down on the ground, the sand and everything from when we had some snow. But you see here, we got a little bit of traffic that's running slower. They're not exactly sure which turn to go into, but you got some construction going on. So neighborhoods, just pay attention. The streets aren't exactly clean all the time or clear. So watch out for dirt pileups and gravel and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, here we go. We're on our second of two deliveries. We're going to end after this one as far as the video goes because it's just a wash, rinse, repeat. But yeah, you grab your delivery, make sure you've got the right one for the right address for the right customer. You're going to scan your barcode. You're going to put it up on the door. Hey, if they've got a screen door, don't put it directly in front of the screen door. Let them be able to open the door to get their package. But yeah, that's about it. So get out there, do that side hustle. Get on them two wheels, do some savage work. See you out there. And hit a like, share, comment. Let me know what works for you and how you're doing out there. Yeah, we'll see you.